Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. We got the flip-flop guy on the show today.
How you doing?
How you doing, dude?
He's actually wearing flip-flops.
Are you really?
That's
I am.
not. That's not the story.
That's not the story, though.
No.
That is not the top story today. We will get to your flip-flops.
It's how I handle my meat. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. You don't just throw your meat out on the table and expect people to dive in. You got to get there.
Hey.
You got to ease them into it. In the meantime, there was an assassination attempt against George W. Bush. Some say
It wasn't an attempt. It was a plot, right?
an attempt to plot. What do you call that?
Well, a plot is a plan. An attempt is a verb.
But you think attempting, like they tried to do it, they talked about it, and they've got fucking redactions on this government document. That's pretty professional.
So I'm reading. This is a Forbes article. I'm reading the red text. So I guess Jesus wrote this.
Yeah, pop that up on the screen, Bob.
I don't know how that works. But it says 2 confidential informants and surveillance of the alleged plotters' WhatsApp account reveal plans to smuggle assassins into the U.S. to murder the former president, according to a search warrant application discovered by Forbes. Now, I'm very interested in how they would have come across this person's WhatsApp account. Maybe their password was password.
Maybe.
Or is WhatsApp working with the United States federal government? That should concern everybody.
Yeah, because now reading this, so this definitely isn't an attempt.
Well,
this
Zuckerberg
is just
and Meta owned WhatsApp.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
Yeah.
going to say.
yeah.
Good for them.
So
yeah, but
what's the probability, Dan, that this is real?
well, whenever I don't know if you are familiar with the state Michigan. You familiar with that? Mm-hmm. They have a governor,
Yep.
right? So whenever I hear confidential informants come from a government surveillance thing, then I know that they're full of shit. Right?
Do you think this story is bullshit today?
Yes, I do think it's bullshit.
Is it a slow news day? Why do they do shit like
Why
this?
would ISIS come after George W. Bush? He created ISIS.
Yeah. Yeah, without him, there is no ISIS.
I mean, maybe it's like one of those situations like Loki where he's mad at his dad.
Uh-huh.
Because it's his stepdad,
Sure.
technically, I guess, or his adopted dad. I don't know.
Strange story, though, on a Tuesday afternoon for seemingly no reason.
And why would anybody be coming after George W. Bush? He's 75. Time is going to get George W. Bush.
He's an old man
He
now.
dodged those shoes pretty fucking good, dude. I watched that footage. You remember the shoe dodge that he did? The old onesie-twosie there? I mean, it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
He was nimble.
I feel like I don't give a shit about this.
Sure.
No, when I say that, I mean it is an interesting story, and I'll look into it more. But it's like you've got a really annoying younger sibling, and somebody's like, "I'm going to beat the shit out of them." You're like, "All right, cool, man, do it." I don't give a fuck if this happens.
With
George W. Bush is a fucking war criminal who presided over the largest expansion of the federal government in history and the surveillance state that we now live in. So fuck him, right?
No.
I mean, it's good TV. It's like watching a car wreck. I'll watch if it happens, but I'm not gonna fucking wring my hands and get sad about it.
Now, that's interesting that he saw over the largest expansion of the U.S. government. I mean, because
A Republican conservative did that.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
it's
That means that Republican and conservative no longer mean the same thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What are your
Fucked up.
thoughts on W? Flip-flop guy?
I mean, I was a kid.
Do you go by FFG or is it just...
I mean, it can go many ways. FFG works. We could do FFG.
Yeah.
Or
I like that.
FG.
Fug.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Fug.
Yeah. I remember when everything was happening. I mean, I can't remember. I was 15, maybe.
4 or 5 years old, found in a
No,
basket,
no.
left on a porch.
Floated down the river, and then this...
Like Moses, yeah.
Yeah. Huckleberry Finn.
This little family of midgets picked me up out of the river.
Sure.
And
LPs, we call them on this show.
Okay,
Obviously.
LP, little people.
Yeah.
And the guy's name was Willow,
Yeah.
and Mad Mardigan was there. We had a really good time.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
Yeah, Sorsha, man. I fell in love with her.
Did you serve it all?
No, I did not.
Okay.
He serves venison to a lot of people.
Yeah, you do.
I do serve my meat.
That's actually how I met him.
Yeah.
I met him at the Hunter Recruitment Project thing that Baker and Black Rifle do.
Okay, yeah.
And he, the flip-flop thing, you'll have to tell the story. But
Yeah,
it's,
why do people call you the flip-flop guy? Because you got a T-shirt on there.
Yeah.
And,
This is
and,
actually a
and it
new
says
shirt.
here on your bio that you're one of the most entertaining men on the planet.
It could.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on how I'm entertaining.
Well, let's start with where they called you the flip-flop guy. How do they start to call you that?
The flip-flop, it's a cooking method, right? So I'll take the entire back leg of a deer, cut it off at the ball joint, and then cut it right below the knee joint. And my grandfather, he started this in the late recently I found out it was actually, I always said it was the 60s. I found out it was the late 1950s. And he went around from ranch to ranch in Marin County, California, showing people this new method and way of cooking an entire back leg of deer. Now, cook time on this is only a minute, right? So as soon as a 15-pound leg of deer hits the grill, any ungulate, right? Any animal that doesn't carry trichinosis. So as soon as it hits the grill, you sauce the top side, wait 30 seconds to a minute, flip it over, and then you just start slicing off like little slivers of meat, quarter-inch thick steaks, and feeding everybody off the tip of your knife blade.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. So you basically make a brush out of
Rosemary.
a rosemary bush, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just snap off a firm piece of rosemary, and then he's got his own sauce. It's called flip-flop.
Yeah, flip-flop sauce.
But
Okay.
That works.
Yeah, it's really good. I have a lot of it in my house.
Yeah, is this bottled and do you sell it to the masses?
Yes.
I do.
Oh, what's
I
the
do.
name of your website?
It's www.theflipflopguy.co.
.co. Pull it up, Bob. I want to see his
Just
sauce.
Google flip-flop guy. But yeah, it's he's got this bottle of sauce that I use for marinating shit, but I also use it just to dip steak in.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, is it specifically for venison or any kind of meat?
No, I mean, it's for any kind of meat. The spicy, what they have pulled up right there, that spicy sauce, I mean, on chicken, on shrimp,
I haven't had any of this yet.
on salmon, on everything. It sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, but it is actually that good.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. You can ask Joel about it too. Like anytime I make steaks at the house, he always fucking asks for it. It's
Yeah. Yeah, we've had, there's a couple guys that have had barbecue sauce on the show. Nick Mangold's lived up to the hype, and now I've got to try yours. I'm always looking for new sauces. I feel like HEB and all the major carriers, like grocery stores and stuff like that, it's the same shit.
Well, anybody that's
It's a lot of Lowry's.
Yeah.
And
So this sauce, it actually took me 3 years to get it right with the facility that's manufacturing it.
Okay.
And the reason is that when we were mixing it, we couldn't get the mix right. So what we ended up having to do was break it all the way down into hand filling each jar one at a time for the quality control to meet my specifications.
Yeah. And now you guys have it dialed in?
It's dialed. It's been dialed for about 1.5 years now.
Nice. Congratulations on
Thanks.
that. Shit.
That was tedious.
And before the show started, you said you cooked for Donald Trump Jr.
I did. There's a company called Field Ethos Hunting Journal. Those guys had me come out to Don's place in upstate New York, and we were there, for like five days. This was like right in the beginning, I think it was the first May of COVID.
Okay. So 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we were just.
How is
cooking
he in
and
real life as a hang? I've met him a couple times,
Yeah.
but I haven't spent any real time with him.
I've gotten to spend some good time with him, and he's probably one of the best, most genuine people that I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, I've met pretty much the whole family, and they're all the same way.
Yeah.
Eric was on the show a few months ago.
Yeah, Eric's amazing
Just
as well.
a
I
great
met
dude.
Eric.
His wife is great.
Yeah.
She's from Wilmington, North Carolina.
I haven't met her.
Yeah, so
I'll
that's
be
where
cooking in Wilmington coming up in September.
I got a place there.
Yeah.
So Dan and I just moved from there. I kept one of my places there. I love it. That's where I'm going to retire eventually.
What are you doing at Wilmington?
Do you know Don Vardy? Don Vardy, he runs a company called Clean Eats.
Let's go, let's
I know
go,
Clean
Vardy.
Eats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Clean Eats.
Yeah.
Verity, probably. I always call him Vardy.
That's fine.
Verity.
Yeah, I know that. He used to have a place over by Harris Teeter down there. Yeah, that Clean Eats place. You could go in and get meals to go. It was
Yeah.
healthy food.
Yeah.
And it was regulated as far as carbs and sugars go and all that stuff. I've had it.
Yeah, we're working on a co-branded spice line for all of their restaurants right now.
Oh, nice. How many does he have?
God, when I was at their last convention they did for the franchisees, I want to say it was around 80 or 90 restaurants, and I think this year, and I could be completely blowing smoke, but if I remember correctly, I think they're reaching for 130
No shit.
franchise
Food was
restaurants. Yeah, their food's good.
Yeah, I liked
Yeah,
it.
they're going to be doing flip-flop chicken and all different kinds of flip-flop sauce.
No shit.
in their foods, and then we've created an actual really amazing spice line.
What's your background originally? Where are you from?
So originally I'm from Marin County, California. I'm 5th generation Californian, or could be even 6th generation Californian.
Okay.
Grew up there, was a wild ass kid. Absolutely. Like once
I feel like everybody from Marin County is a fucking wild ass kid.
yeah.
Why is that?
Well, it's like two different groups. It's like where Matt grew up too, right? So there's a lot of super old money, and then there's a lot of other people whose kids are assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Was your dad loaded?
No.
Okay.
No. My mom.
Were you on the poor side of Marin County?
No.
there's
I
no-
mean, we're middle class. My mom worked at Safeway, and my dad ran his own construction company.
No shit.
Where did you live? Like Petaluma or some shit?
No, so I left Marin County and bought a house in Petaluma in 2011 or something like that. But I grew up in San Anselmo,
Okay.
so I went to Drake High School. And, yeah.
Drake?
Yeah, he teaches all the classes.
Yeah. Does he tease him as Drake, though, or Wheelchair Jimmy? Do you know?
Drake the rapper?
I have no idea.
Wow.
He doesn't know Wheelchair Jimmy. He's not a Degrassi High.
Yeah,
fan.
you lost me there.
Does he
Man,
speak-
you're
I'm in
not
the
going to
weeds.
have any of that Juneteenth ice cream that's out there.
I know, I'm in the weeds.
Yeah.
Wait,
you're
does
super
Juneteenth
white.
ice cream?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Walmart. Nick, you've got to go to Walmart and grab the
It
Juneteenth.
was-
It's gone.
It was off the
gone.
shelves already.
Shut the fuck up.
Is it off the shelves because people bought it or because it's extremely
No,
offensive?
it is.
to-
So I did this story on Ross Passion Revolution. I saw this and I was like, pop up the picture so these guys
For those
can
of you
see
that
it.
don't know, Juneteenth is like the celebration of the end of slavery.
Yeah,
for
you
the
can
black
taste
community.
it. That's what it. That's so the bottom of the carton says you can taste the slavery. And it comes
And this isn't
with-
even.
Wait.
This isn't even like a real ice cream company. It's the store brand.
It's great value, dude.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
And that was part of the problem of what was troubling because they said, are the slaves great value or what's the great value? Like was it just an American great value there? But they've since pulled that off the shelf, so we didn't get any. God damn it,
So-
dude.
Dan, you know what the flavor was?
Don't tell me.
No, it's not offensive at
It's
all.
not offensive,
offensive,
only
it's
in
just
so
weird.
much as that it's the whitest possible ice cream flavor.
Yeah.
Like pistachio or something.
No.
Red velvet and cheesecake.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Because they just had it laying around.
It actually sounds kind of good.
I would eat it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I would eat it, just don't wrap it up in Juneteenth.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't need to participate in racism to enjoy ice cream. I don't think.
Yeah.
So
And I guess one of the freezers had chains on it and it was locked, and people were complaining too, and they were like, "Dude, you can't do that either."
can't- yeah.
If you
They just
buy,
shut it all down.
they sell like a better version of it. It's in a bigger package and it actually comes wrapped in chains.
Yeah, and that's it's a limited edition.
Yeah.
It's a Django Unchained version, but
It's 3/5 full.
Yeah.
they Delco Dan, because we were talking about this earlier with Atlanta and all that shit, with the bar menus and everything else. And here's what I said earlier. I just said, look, you didn't think that white people were actually just going to give you a holiday and not monetize it. Like that's just
Yeah,
not
that's true.
that's not what's going to happen.
I mean, they monetize Jesus.
Oh,
You don't think
yes.
they're going to monetize slavery?
Fuck
Like,
yeah,
fuck
dude.
off, dude.
Monetize the shit out of Jesus. How many times? Good Friday,
Easter, Christmas.
I mean,
And then Christmas Eve.
what's Lent? What's Fat Tuesday? That's
Mardi Gras?
Yeah,
Good Friday.
That's
another
you did
Jesus
that.
one.
if you add the Catholics in, it's like every fucking one.
Oh, bro.
The Jews don't really
every
do
month.
that. Like the Jews
The
have,
Orthodox Jews have.
Well, they have 40 holidays a year, but they don't like have. I'm not kidding. It's literally 40
I know,
holidays a year.
I know.
But they don't. It's not like it's the fucking Rosh Hashanah sale on mattresses. Like what the fuck? No, that would no one would be okay with that.
Catholics
do have a
invent holidays
Hanukkah
to
sale.
sell shit.
Huh?
Catholics invent holidays to sell shit.
That's what I'm saying. So, like with Juneteenth, that's why white people were so amped about this because they were like, we can fucking monetize it, dude. Let's go.
You got to be really careful about what you sell on like Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, well, I
Or
mean, look,
Juneteenth, I think.
I'm surprised Ben and Jerry's hasn't given him his own flavor.
MLK?
Yeah.
He may have one, actually. I don't know where the money would go.
Just the Selma brand.
Go to BLM. Where else?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. But this is pulled. We did not get to have some of this delicious ice cream for Juneteenth. Did they keep the Pride ice cream, though? You didn't see any of the Pride ice cream
I don't think
either?
they've actually pulled that though.
All right. All right.
Can you find Pride ice cream?
Well, yeah, we looked at it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, I've
you
seen, like,
want to
the-
see it?
Yeah.
Pump it up. So they were selling these onesie-twosies because Pride Month is next month. So the gays aren't safe either. It's not just black people. It's gays as well. we're going to monetize all of this shit.
Well, we've been
That's the whole fucking
monetizing the
thing.
gays for a long time. Queer Eye for the Street guy.
Yeah.
Crystal Meth.
They're here, by the way, in Austin.
Yeah.
Crystal meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're here in Austin.
Without
There it
gay
is.
people, meth never would have got big here in America.
I agree. Look at that. There it is. The Pride ice cream. and that's a fun thing. Now,
Again,
these-
it's the store brand. Which store is this?
Great value. This is Walmart. So Walmart makes this.
And by the way, Walmart, not exactly the most socially conscious company over the years.
No, they're good. They're good.
Just saying.
But yeah, if you're out there and you're looking for some Juneteenth ice cream for your grandmother tonight, know that they've
Sold
pulled
out.
it from
What are you
the
guys?
shelves.
What are you guys doing for Juneteenth?
Me?
Yeah.
No plans right as of now.
Well,
There's actually a huge celebration in Austin.
Well, we'll be in Nashville at the
yeah, we'll
John
be
Daly
at. Oh,
tournament.
that's right. We will be at the party for John Daly.
What do you think
Nothing
John-
says Juneteenth like John Daly, the white golfer.
Yeah, what do you think John Daly's plans are for Juneteenth?
Do you think he knows it's even
I-
Juneteenth?
No.
No.
I know he's probably going to drink a handle of Belvedere vodka.
Yeah, we've been tagged in a lot of his posts over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know what happened. Delco, did you hear what happened with Daly?
No.
So
he was just
PGA
smoking
Championship, dude, he was smoking heaters and all that other shit, right? But in the morning, he was leading the tournament. He was at -2, okay? Because
For like 5 holes.
So like 5 holes, and people were going bug fuck, right? And then as soon as it's over, he goes, dude, I'm going to go to Hooters tonight and snack on some wings because he's got to deal with Hooters. So his next thing you know, on his Instagram, he's got Hooters waitresses out. I mean, he's in the tournament.
Do you think he pays at Hooters?
No, he doesn't. So that's one of his biggest sponsors now. And so he's got a whole clothing line with them, everything. So he goes there, and then afterwards, he goes to a fucking casino. It was in Oklahoma, too. Like, what kind of casino was that?
There's a lot of casinos.
There's a shit ton of casinos.
All over Oklahoma.
Pull up the shot of him, Bob. This looks like anybody's, like, fucking great aunt just sitting there smoking heaters.
Just playing the slots, yeah.
Playing slots. That's all he was doing. And the reason why is his tee time wasn't until 12:25 the next day. So he was like, well, fuck it. I mean, I'm up.
Let's go.
Let's go.
He also didn't have to walk.
No. And what was the rule with that? He was allowed to take the cart. Pop that picture
I think
up,
if
Bob.
you've got cancer, you're allowed to do
No,
whatever you want.
It's something with like arthritis or something.
Look at that. Look at that fucking specimen, dude. Just smoking heaters, playing some slots. And I think, what was this, at 2 in the morning?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's weird that he's the biggest dirtbag on earth in the sport where that sort of thing is frowned upon, and he's one of the most beloved athletes of all time?
Well, he's such
Like, what does that say about us as a culture?
He's such a genuine guy,
The
and his
underdog.
stories are great. Yeah, it really is. It's
Yeah.
the underdog. And I watched there was a 30 for 30 on Daily that they actually did, and like he was not supposed to make anything. They were too poor to even afford the shit, and he was hitting golf balls off a fucking baseball field. That was the only thing he could really afford to do, and then he ends up making the team, and then
So it's
going
like a
from
Happy
there.
Gilmore story,
100%,
but in real life.
but in real life.
Yeah.
Do you think Carl Weathers was involved?
I hope so.
He
Is
was around
still
back
alive?
then. Yeah. Carl Weathers is still scamming people.
Is he really?
Yeah, you never seen Arrested Development? His character?
Yeah.
He was always scamming people.
Is he alive, Bob? What do we got for an age on Carl Weathers? He's got to be 76, I would say, if he's still alive.
74.
Wouldn't it be good if they remade Predator?
Well,
Like it's just him and Arnold, but they're in a nursing home now, and the Predator shows up, and the Predator is also old.
that'd be great.
That'd be really
That'd be
funny.
fucking
But they're
great.
just like trolling each other inside of the nursing home.
Yeah.
And having flashbacks.
That'd be a great cartoon.
Yeah.
It would. It
Someone
would.
will
Didn't
do
they
it.
remake Predator though? Was Danny McBride in it? Am I thinking of something else?
He might have been in Predators. There's been a couple, and there's a new one coming out now. Prey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
he's
what's
in.
Prey?
Like a manus. It's like the manus, right? The praying manus.
Well, maybe it's from the point of view. It's like Grendel's mother, where it's from the point of view of the antagonist.
I'd like it to be from the point of view of your Grendel. Like
No,
just right underneath there.
Grendel, like fucking Beowulf, asshole.
Oh, I wanted Grendel, like right underneath
Yeah.
there. I wanted right
Jesus
underneath
Christ.
the ball sack.
Give me
dude.
that tank.
I thought this
Yeah.
was the sequel to Doubt.
Doubt? I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
The deep cut rape joke.
Okay.
Deep cut molestation joke.
Well, look, I wish I knew it. I wish I fucking knew it, dude.
Also, Danny McBride was in the Aliens movie.
Okay.
Aliens.
Same universe.
Same
Can we
universe.
get?
Yeah.
What, can somebody Photoshop the alien from Aliens with a fucking Danny McBride mullet? Put that on a T-shirt. I'm asking.
Somebody will do it.
People who work for me to do that is what the implied challenge is
Kevin
there.
Walters was saying Daly's the real life Happy Gilmore as well. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you grew up in Marin County.
Yes.
Not a lot of deer there, one would imagine.
No, actually, so in the time of my grandfather, when this was all going on, Marin County was a very pro-hunting community. There was actually over 3,000 different hunting clubs in Marin.
No shit.
Yeah.
Now what is there? 1, 2?
Maybe one?
They're all hunting.
It's wild, right?
They're hunting
Yeah.
for dongs instead
Exactly.
Yeah.
dude.
with their mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, everybody who I know and still know or talk to, most of our families have all been around forever out in West Marin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting to see how it's changed, and then know why it's changed. Everyone from San Francisco coming to Marin.
Yep.
And it's terrible, man. I mean, when I sold my house there last year, in the Bay Area, and left, I just couldn't do it anymore. I mean, like, I'd drive to my parents' house. You're exiting the freeway. You're going by homeless camps.
Yeah.
There's heroin needles in the street. It's filthy. It's dirty. There's human shit. Like,
Yeah.
and it was such a beautiful place to grow up, and it's just disintegrating.
I feel like you just described the entire state of California versus
I
just
did.
that area because
No,
I lived in Los Angeles forever and it was the same way. Like,
I would say that's pretty much everything south of Sonoma County, all
Yeah.
the way down. I mean, once you start getting further north, like, yeah, you still get into your, like, vagabonds and, like, homeless folks, but they're, like, homeless folks with a purpose instead of homeless folks that are, just absolutely out of their mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Did you get a pretty penny for that house, I bet?
I did. I did. It was nice. It was nice.
I bet it
I
was.
bought it in 2011, so
Yeah.
2012. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
Bottom of the market,
That's amazing.
Now let's just get to another bottom of the market. Here
Exactly.
pretty quick.
So
We're on an accelerated path.
we're close.
We're getting there.
Where'd you move after that? Are you in Texas now?
No, I'm up in Bozeman, Montana now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so
That's dope.
my uncle had a cattle ranch up there. His commute was this is before it became, like, quote, Bose Angeles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My uncle's commute was Bozeman to Los Angeles, and then he'd go back to Bozeman to his cattle ranch. His whole career was under the ocean, so he'd go out.
Is he Aquaman?
Yeah, is he Jason
I
Momoa?
mean, that'd be really cool. No, my uncle, he's a very special person. He's actually someone who gives me
in a fucked up way or?
No, in a very, like,
Loving?
He built the housing for one of the first underwater cameras that was ever in existence.
cool.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Did he do it for James Cameron?
He actually did.
Yeah.
He filmed Titanic, and he filmed The Abyss and a whole bunch of other movies like that.
That's, I remember when those cameras I didn't know that was a
Yeah.
relative of yours, but I
Yeah.
remember when those cameras came out, the technology was so wild. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
saw the first images of it, you were like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, his name was Al Giddings, same as my grandfather, who my company is role modeled after. And that was, like, his whole life. I mean, he was doing stuff with Fidel Castro, doing stuff with the Kennedys, Kennedy children, increased the list. I could go on for days about the most wild and insane stories that he tells me. And every time I'm with him, he tells me a new story of something that I didn't even know happened in his life.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Did he ever say that he saw something down there that was unexplainable?
No, not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the craziest thing that he saw at the depths probably would have been, like, when they dove on the Titanic for the first time and got all the footage of it for the first time in the early 90s.
The reason I ask is there was some underwater footage of them coming up on a creature that had never been seen or described before, and they were fucking deep down
Yeah.
underneath there, and it was eerie looking at this thing where you're like, Jesus Christ, if that's here, what else is down there?
Yeah.
Because at those depths, nobody had
knows?
ever taken a camera down there
Yeah,
before.
who knows?
Yeah. So-
I'm sure that he was part of that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know about that adventure, but, like,
Well, Cameron wanted to do it himself, and he was
for the Titanic?
Yeah, just for all of it.
Yeah.
Like he was that for whatever reason. I think he always fancied himself as like a Jacques Cousteau, and
Yeah.
like he was just a director on the side. But this was what he was meant to do because that thing went on, I think 6 or 7 years, where he was filming all that underwater shit. A buddy of mine was one of his editors on it, and he goes, "Dude, he just wouldn't stop."
Oh, you're
and
talking
there's
about
just
like
endless
he
footage.
did the submarines.
Oh, yeah,
and
dude.
That was in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So my uncle retired after Titanic. That was the last film that he did. So that was pretty much when he left the ocean, and then he deep dove into cars, old school cars.
Gotcha. But that technology is what swung over into the rest of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And they were looking at some gnarly shit down there, man. Yeah, fuck. Because there was a bunch of specials on it. And, everybody would get high and watch those goddamn things. Because you wanted to see what would pop up in front of those cameras.
You never knew it was there.
No.
We still don't. I mean,
know.
we know more about our own space than we do about our own ocean.
It's wild, right?
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loch Ness Monster, real or fake?
I could go both ways. I mean, I could go both ways because I'm going to go with fake. I don't even need to explain it.
You don't lose anything, by
No,
the way. By
no.
You can say that it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, all you're going to do,
But so-
you'll get the ridicule of the audience.
Yeah,
that's about it.
that's totally fine. Sasquatch, right? Everybody wants Sasquatch to be real.
Not real, right?
Not real.
Yeah, not real.
And now, but here's why. The amount of hunters and technology that we have in all of the backcountry across the United States
I agree.
is
There's trail cameras everywhere.
Yeah,
there's,
dude.
there's
you can't.
not a place that doesn't have trail cameras in the deepest, darkest parts of the woods that digitally send images to your telephone when it goes off.
Right.
He'd have to be pretty sneaky, dude. Sneaky Sasquatch,
You
for sure.
can't fucking murder anymore. And
Yeah.
that's the biggest takeaway from all this technology. You can't get away with a sweet murder anymore.
Well, yeah, you can.
Well, Forensic
How?
Files, man. You just got to watch that show.
Don't-
Study it.
You don't take your
Learn
phone
the errors
with
and
you
then go
when
back.
you go somewhere. You drive a car that's older than 2005 when every car had fucking low jack on it.
Change
things
the
like that.
plates.
Dude, I mean, you basically, based on statistics, you have about a 40% chance of getting away with murder.
no
yeah.
way.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
I
it's-
think
it's-
in California it's higher.
In 2019, there were 15,000 homicides. 58% were solved.
No shit.
and that's actually a good year. It's usually 40% get solved in big cities, anyways. I don't know about the rest of the country, but in like Baltimore, New York, Detroit, it's 50. It's like 40% get solved.
And by the way, like I would guess even half of those are like hyper solvable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the murky ones, you're probably getting away with it like 60% of the time.
I just remember that one rapper story we covered on RPR, and he got caught within 24 hours after fucking stabbing that homeless guy. I would have said no-go on that, just because it's a homeless guy, and they're probably like, who cares? But apparently they do.
Well, you gotta get rid of the body.
No.
No, you leave it,
What
right?
about the
Thing-
bodies they're finding in Lake Mead, right? Lake
Oh,
Mead.
yeah. Lake Mead.
The shit that happens after the murder is what gets you caught.
That makes sense.
Michael Gammon is saying the Baltic Sea Anomaly. I don't know what that is. Look that up, Bob. I'm sure that's got something to do with that underwater footage that I was talking about.
It's some kind of rock formation that looks like a starship.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pull it up.
Kind of looks like
Put it up
something
on
maybe
the-
Oh, shit,
at
is that it right there?
Independence Day.
Yeah.
This is an artist's rendering. Sorry.
But that's the thermoscan from the blue one.
Yeah, here we go.
That's a real picture.
No shit. So what are they saying that this is then?
Independence Day.
Yeah. It looks like the fucking, it looks like the Millennium Falcon.
It's
It
nice.
does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Would you fly around in it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd give pretty much anything a go. As I start to have more children, though, I'm stepping away from that. Where
Dialing it back a little bit?
Yeah, because I
Little
got up. I went up in Dakota's helicopter, Dakota Meyer's helicopter, and it feels like, yeah, when you're making shit it's that light now, and anybody can just kind of buy a helicopter. Do you really want to trust it, and be up in it? Not that Dakota's not a
But-
great pilot. I'm just worried about rain or wind or whatever, because it did rain one time when we were out, and he had to fucking land it in the middle of some field.
Did the contract go to the lowest bidder? That's what I would be concerned about.
Yeah, as long as it's not a military helicopter.
It wasn't.
I think we should be able to, this is how, maybe this is just, I want the fucking Thunderdome to be reality, but if one of your buddies gets a helicopter, you should be allowed to shoot him down.
Just for fun.
Because he's trying to fucking stunt on you by buying a helicopter.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
It's a big boy flex.
Yeah, I'm
big,
not.
big bank, take little
Yeah.
bank.
Yeah, exactly. And his buddy Brandon Harrell's got one as well.
Yeah, they fly around together and
Yeah.
fucking suck each other's dicks or whatever.
Yeah, you can suck each other's dicks when two guys have helicopters. You
It's
can suck
okay.
each other's dicks and it's not gay. No,
Yeah.
because you're on a helicopter, and that's pretty rad. Up in Bozeman, what do you got up there?
Monkeypox.
You got anything good besides monkeypox?
I mean, yeah, I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. My uncle doesn't have his ranch anymore. That sucks. But as far as I'm concerned, it's
Did the Dutton family buy it?
no.
You Yellowstone guy?
Yeah.
Anybody who comes on here and talks about Montana always ask him about the Yellowstone, what the after effect of it is. The after effect is that everybody from LA wants to live there now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of terrible. And what's funny is like where the TV show is filmed is not even actually doesn't actually take
It's in
place.
Utah. Yeah, they
in
shoot
that
in Utah,
valley.
yeah.
Yeah, my uncle owned
Part of that?
a good part of that valley.
No shit.
And
Yeah, so most of the exteriors they'll shoot there, and then the rest of the show I think is shot in Utah.
it's shot in I believe it's down in the Bitterroot Valley and then in Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that shit, dude.
Yeah.
And what else do you hunt? What's the biggest thing you've ever killed?
Biggest thing I've ever killed this last year, I killed
Grizzly?
no, I'm booking my first grizzly hunt next January at an event in Reno called Sheep Show.
Okay.
At Sheep Week.
That sounds like something that would happen in Baghdad.
Yeah, that's pretty sexual.
I have to say, with the grizzly hunt, are you just gonna sit in the bushes and pop it as it's walking along?
I'm gonna shoot it with a bow. I won't hunt a grizzly without a bow and arrow.
Okay. Well, I think you should you should have to yell at it before you shoot at it. Like,
Hey,
I think it needs to
fucker!
be aware of you, and then it's just like a showdown.
Isn't that kind
Yeah.
of similar though to shooting it with a spear?
What? Like,
Because I'm gonna shoot it with an arrow.
yeah.
And
And then
air-
one's not gonna kill it, probably.
I mean, one could kill it.
Yeah.
One's definitely not
Depending
killing
on
it.
shot placement. You
All
know what
right.
I mean? But
I respect that.
And not immediately.
I mean,
respect that.
my goal is to be within 20 to 5 yards when I take my shot.
I think here's
I
what you
want to
should do.
hear it breathing before I pull back
Here's-
on my
here's
shot.
I'm about that. I love
here's
that.
what-
Yeah, bring a camera. I want to see it.
Here's, well,
I want to make sure you're not a liar.
You'll see the footage after when somebody puts it on the internet.
Yeah.
It'll be like Grizzly Man. If you've never seen Grizzly Man, you should watch it.
Werner
It's fucked up.
Herzog's gonna be like, you must never listen to
Yeah.
this footage.
Or it's the other guy.
Don't frighten the bear.
Who's the Attenborough, the Planet Earth guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. You set up a tablecloth, 2 chairs, and you put a nice Italian dinner
And
on
wait.
there. And the bear will walk up and sit down, and then you walk up behind him with a piece of piano wire and just
Yeah.
Go for it.
And with
Yeah.
the Italian dinner, you want to go Olive Garden and leave Chianti, and then just put a little card next to it that says honor system.
Do I need to do breadsticks?
No, those are
No,
endless.
bears are they're not into bread. They're carb.
Just because
Yeah,
I
they're
mean that's an
carb-free.
important part of the Olive Garden experience is the breadsticks.
So you've never killed a bear before?
No, I haven't killed it. I've been with plenty of guys who've killed bears, but I'm very, very picky when it comes to like black bear hunting here or in California and in Montana as well. Like I need to shoot a bear that's at least 400 pounds.
How do you know? Do you weigh it?
Well, I mean, you can look at it and kind of tell, but really it depends. I mean, you're looking at how big the body is. You're looking at how big the legs are. If the legs kind of look short and stubby, you're probably on a bigger bear. If a bear has really long legs, it's still really small. It hasn't filled out yet, so the body isn't dropping down to the lower range on the leg.
Let's test your skills today.
Okay,
Giorgio, stand up real quick.
Shoot him.
where's the gun?
What are we doing?
Stand up real quick, Giorgio. Just stand up straight. There you go. How much does Giorgio weigh?
Oh, I'd probably put him at $175 to $180.
Fuck you, dude. I think that's it, right? What are you, Giorgio? You're 175? I said 155.
I hope I'm not 180 right now. I hope I'm around 170. I'm feeling a little pudgy.
What do you think, though?
It's probably 72 and a half.
So he's dead on the fucking money then.
Yeah.
All right, I pegged him at 155. I was way off.
Here's a really good example. So I went out hunting with some buddies last year. My buddy Bert Soren out in South Carolina. We were
From Sorenex.
From Sorenex. We were pig hunting in South Carolina. We killed a bunch of hogs. We get them back. And everybody's just, oh, my God, these are 220, 30, 40-pound pigs, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no. I was like, these are 175. He throws them on the scale, like, within 3 pounds. I was 100% correct. But I've killed a lot of pigs. I've killed a lot of animals
shit.
in my career as a hunter, in my life of hunting. So
what's your excuse for guessing my weight?
I mean, I just.
Have you ever killed a fucking homeless guy? Because, I mean, that right there, you just called his weight. Like, dude, and you're relatively close. You're at the exact distance that you want to
Francisco
be, near the bear. Like, why not test that out on Giorgio?
He just drops 2 arrows in between the tripod legs.
That's all you would hear, dude, and that's it. Give him a fucking bow, dude. Let's see this go down.
No.
Giorgio, you got a 3-second head start and go. Real quick, we got some sponsors here, and then we'll get back to your fucking madness. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 40% off the bundle package. That is the mattress and the adjustable base combined together to create one magical evening of sexual adventures. Or, I mean, you could just, giggle and play with each other. Whatever you want to do, I'm not going to fucking judge you. It comes with a remote control. It's got USB ports, flashlights on it. You name it, it's got the goddamn things. And now if you want 30% off everything in the entire store, just type in the promo code DRINKINBRO. You can get the fucking sheets, the pillows, the weighted blankets, the cover if you're doing butt stuff and it's going to get wet in there. Maybe just the mattress or all of the things. Load up the cart, 30% off promo code DRINKINBROS for all of 2022. They've got a 60-month pay-as-you-go program at no interest there at ghostbed.com/DRINKINBROS. So combine those fucking deals, dude. Walk out of there with a new bedroom set for $20 to $25 a month at ghostbed.com/DrinkinBros. Next up, we got drinkinbros.com/store. D'Anthony, what do we got in the store these days?
Bunch of bullshit.
Bunch of bullshit.
The flags are in.
Flags are in. I didn't know the flags were in until I saw them on somebody's boat.
Yeah,
So
well,
the
that's-
Drinkin' Bros podcast flags are in. I'm going to order these literally right after the show.
That was mine and Brittany's boat.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new shit. There's yard signs for politics season.
Yeah.
That say defund politicians and all politicians are cunts.
Pop those flags up there real quick. Those are dope, dude.
Yeah, the
I'm going to
flags
get
are
the
great.
fucking Drinkin' Bros. I can't fly the word cunt, dude, because I've got children who can read.
well-
go to the other one, Bob. God damn it, Bob.
Teach them what.
We're not going to be on YouTube very much longer anyways, I guess, so who cares? Drinkin' Bros podcast.
Yeah, and there's the defund politicians one. There's also, I hate people who run or cycle or any of that shit, and I especially hate people who put 26.2 or 13.1 or whatever on the back of their car.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, asshole.
Yeah.
By the way, the story of Marathon is he died. They win the battle. He runs for 26.2 miles and fucking dies at
dies.
the end. That's the. I don't know why.
Gets the message out. Yeah, but then people were like, ooh.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
Let's try
it's-
to recreate
No,
it.
it's fucking retarded.
What
So,
if we did it carrying a defund politician's flag?
You can do whatever you want as long as you die at the end. So
You got to wrap the body up in it.
there's new stickers as well that are like that, but it says 69.420 on it instead.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. We've got candles, all kinds of stupid shit.
The Flex Fit hats, though, the
Yeah, the
gym.
Fle-
I wear this one all the fucking time.
The Flex Fit hats are out. Let's see what else. There's that new Trump design too.
Oh, yeah.
The MAGA
Is
King.
MAGA King out there?
Yeah. And there's another one coming. There's a bunch of Father's Day stuff as well. If you're looking for Father's Day gifts, we're going to have pins made out of whiskey barrels by a member of a
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
certain
about.
organization.
Yeah, we can't say it.
Defend Fatherhood is on there. Drinking Dads is on there. A bunch of bullshit. There's another new design coming out directly, and it's Magatron.
Yeah.
It's Trump, but he's a transformer.
He's a transformer.
Yeah.
I was wearing the Drinkin' Dads T-shirt in the hospital when my daughter was born last week, and all the nurses came out and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cute! You're gonna have a bottle with your daughter." I was like, "No, this is just me getting drunk solo and as a father." So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Bottle of something.
Last but not least, we got hardafseltzer.com. Here it is, 8%. Coming right to your fucking face. I got the peach today, dude. Let's go. 8% seltzer shipped right to your door. We ship to 42 states. The OG flavors are still in the store. Right now, we'll have a couple new flavors out at the end of the summer. The lemon lime, the peach, the blue raz, and the strawberry shortcake are in that box. We only ship by the case because let's face it, if you're gonna party, really party, don't be a pussy about it. We're not selling singles. And if you want a 12-pack, go to Hop Springs in Murfreesboro. That is our first store that is live in the state of Tennessee. Everybody's buying the shit out of these things. Those are normal price there. But if you want them shipped to your house, we do that. Go to hardafseltzer.com today.
Wait, JJ in the chat says, can we get a dark MAGA shirt with me on it? He's black, by the way. I think it would be funny to have a picture of Trump in blackface and call it dark MAGA.
Yep, can't do that. Definitely can't do that.
I mean, we can do whatever we want.
We can.
Trump can't do blackface, I don't think.
No, I don't know anybody.
He's halfway
who can
there.
these days.
Yeah, well, he's definitely done something.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
You know,
Because it looks like I've been around people who do these bodybuilding and
those
like
spray tans.
bikini
Yep.
competitions, and it looks like it's a airbrushed.
It is.
But
That's
why,
what it is.
Why would he pick orange?
He doesn't. What they do is they saturate it in post. So they'll just jack up the saturation on it. And then for other people, they'll desaturate it. Sarah Huckabee Sanders was one. When I noticed, as soon as I saw the footage, I can tell what they're doing. And they'll do side-by-sides on different networks. If it's a pro-Democrat network, they'll fucking make the person look amazing. If it's not, they'll desaturate it or saturate it to make them look. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, it made it look like she was dead.
It's not just that. They did the same thing to Rogan when he had COVID. They edited that.
Yes.
CNN,
Yeah.
CNN edited
CNN
that
did
picture.
that.
Yeah.
But the Trump, the tint is orange for sure. That's not just saturation. It looks like that.
No, but it's not like that all the time.
And
Like I've seen, I've seen him in real life. Like it doesn't.
There's also like an 1/8 or 1/4 inch ring around any hairline where it's not done properly. Now, this man's a billionaire.
Right. So when you're in a hurry like that, because they do this on movie sets all the time. When you're in a hurry like that, they got an artist, and it's like, shh, go.
There are no
like you're out
blending.
into the world. No.
Yeah.
And typically you need like 8 hours for that shit to set in, whereas he's trying to fucking gas it and go to the next
Yeah, I
thing.
mean, this was a quick one.
Yep. Too quick. But that was debunked. So this one was fake.
Yeah, it kind of
So
looks
they debunked
Photoshopped
that. Yeah.
there a little
yeah.
bit.
So that one they debunked, and it was like, all right, cool. But yeah, he's a big spray tan guy.
It's very bizarre.
Very big spray tan guy.
I mean, it shows you that we live in a post-racial society, I believe.
I think so.
Because every other country on Earth that's homogenous, like Japan, everywhere in Asia, most of Europe, if you have darker than pale skin, you're considered to be lower in the caste system, right? Because you're outside in the fields working all day.
Yeah.
You got a tan. Like people in Japan still wear driving gloves and hats and shit.
Yeah.
It's very, and like those big ass blue blocker glasses.
I was born in the wrong country.
We're the people that
You really
don't-
were, Bob.
We're the only country that doesn't do that shit.
Yeah. Maybe we.
And
we
somehow
will
we're
someday.
the most racist. I don't know.
It's weird. It's weird, isn't it?
No, it's not weird.
I think it's weird. I think it's weird as shit.
I think
All
it's-
this shit is fucking weird as shit, dude.
I think it's funny.
That's why you live out in the fucking woods. You know? You got kids, wife, and all that shit?
Nope,
It's just you, huh?
none of it, just me.
And some X videos. That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Just Pornhub in the woods, dude. Waiting for that bear.
XNXX, but yeah.
Is that Georgia? Is that a good one? He's our porn guy here. I don't think I've ever frequented that site.
You got to keep an ad blocker up, but you're all right.
What's the worst video you've seen on there? Come on.
Not gonna go.
No, why not?
No, I mean it's just it's so different because every day it throws different like weird shit at you.
We had Lisa Ann on the show,
Yeah.
the porn star, friend of Giorgio's, possible lover. To TBD on that one. We don't know.
Get a Sibby and you'll win the day.
Really?
Oh yeah,
For him or?
for him. For him, if he gets a Sibian, he'll win the day.
What's winning the day? You mean
He'll win her over.
Oh, the girl. I
Yeah,
thought you
the
meant just
girl.
him blasting his
No, that's
butthole
not
out.
true.
no,
necessary
I don't
at that
think
point.
she's into that, right?
I'm not necessary then.
Yeah,
Well, you're not-
that would
Yeah,
would
but that's not entirely true because you're sitting there holding the control.
no.
Yeah, I can play PlayStation whenever I want.
I don't know one person who's into for real in real life who owns a Sibian is like, oh my gosh, I've got to take a Sibian break. I got to sit down and get fucking jammed out by this thing. Not once in my life, have you?
Met someone who loves it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So at one point in time, have you
Like
owned one?
gals that love it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've dated somebody who was into that, and did you own one?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get in. Now we're getting somewhere.
Speaking my language.
Yeah,
it's gonna get
speaking
dirty.
my language. What happened in the relationship that it turned to, hey, it'd be fun tonight. Let's grab a Sibian.
watching porn together and exploring fantasies.
Okay, gotcha. And where does one purchase one of those? Especially in Montana.
I mean, no. So this is before Montana,
California?
yeah, California
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot of shops that sell them, but online you can get them anywhere. Though.
So is that what you guys did? You got one online?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like $1,000.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. So how much does it cost? Because I heard they're costly. So it's $1,000.
Yeah, but-
so at
Yeah, but
$1,000, that's not a one-night stand. That's a girlfriend,
No,
right?
you can
Yeah.
just get a horse saddle and a fucking like electric engine or some shit,
Or a drill dough.
or one of those paint mixer things. That
Yeah, yeah.
Anything that vibrates like that. Is gonna
Just
do
get
it.
an old bicycle chain and put a dildo on it. It's called a
Yeah.
drill dough.
And then
you
get-
use your legs.
That's what that's called.
I
is
made it up.
You just got it right now.
Made it up.
Yeah.
What
No,
about
it's
the
in a-
chair? What about the rocking chair? Have you seen those?
The rocker? Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
those where there's a hole cut out.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
Pummel.
Yeah, I've seen those things.
Yeah.
a Hummel. Huh?
No, pummel.
Oh, pummel. I see.
So when you had the Sibian with the girl
Mm-hmm.
and she gets on it, did she have a blast or was it like?
Oh, she had a great time.
And so you guys kept using it after that? Weren't you worried that you would be obsolete?
Absolutely not.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's no real penetration with the Sibian.
Oh, yeah,
there is on
You're
that one.
Yeah, there
completely
is.
wrong.
Yeah, there's a fuck you can put.
Hey,
it
that's
full.
the-
you have the nubs. They're only like what, a couple, like 3 inches long.
Yeah, but that's kind of what we're all working with here.
Yeah. I mean, if you got 3, you're looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. Oh, Bob has it up now. Cool. So this is the new model. I haven't seen this. Normally there's a pink flap on top, and there's like a small nub and then a larger nub.
A lot of them
All
were
right.
Oh yeah, Ruben
unshowable.
Ruben Schneider says Theragun. That might work.
Theragun, that's too powerful.
Theragun doesn't have a good attachment.
It's too powerful.
Well, you can
It,
make your
I
own.
love Theragun, by the way. It's one of the greatest devices I've ever owned.
100. I have the legs. They're really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of
Unit.
those.
Then
yeah.
I've got their handheld
Yeah, they're
travel
nice.
unit and the little ball that they make.
Here's
that
a-
thing saves my life.
Someone.
So this
here's
is
a
like
bunch
what I'm
of
thinking about,
attachments.
yeah.
I'm
Right,
sorry.
yeah.
What's in the bags?
Well, yeah,
around
what's
that?
in the
Oh, those
bag?
are
They're all
attachments.
attachments.
Yeah.
Oh, attachments. All right. So walk us through this here because I've never used one. What's,
there
in
an
what's the rubber, the pink rubber in there?
Yeah.
So
Pop that up.
It's
Bob.
those are all different attachments. It looks like one's a dick,
Okay.
and then whatever the other ones are.
There's quite a bit of
There's a lot going on in that bag.
the one on the
Oh, they're
left
better
right
there.
So
there.
that's the one I normally have seen. That looks like the ribs.
Yeah, like,
so it's
but
like little nubs.
What's up with the texture on the outside of that?
So
Yeah, that's
that-
what they like.
That is for grinding, right?
Yeah.
So she sits on it and then grinds her clit
what?
into
So she
it
can
while-
exfoliate her pussy? What the fuck are we doing?
Hey,
here?
dude, everybody loves a soft vag.
That's true. Yeah, I've heard dolphin pussies are really nice.
Yeah. We've talked about that for years on this show. And so pop that picture up one more time. I'm assuming the green is on, the red is off there. And then are those the speed dials underneath it?
Yeah, you can actually use this to
Yeah.
torture somebody, probably.
That's
Right?
what it looks like.
Ross, green is
Well, that's
green is
actually what you
rotation,
do with it. Is
red
you
is
torture 'em
vibration.
with it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it also rotates.
He knows more about. See, he knows.
Wow, he's a dirtbag.
He's
you-
tricking you guys. He has one in his
Can
house.
you zoom
right
in
now.
on that picture a little bit more? Because I don't see a fist or anything in there.
So that's just the blankie.
Whoa, I don't think we can show.
Oh, yeah,
that.
it's fine.
Yeah,
That's
at
fine.
this point. Yeah,
It's just attachments. It's not the real thing.
it's just dildo attachments.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And what's a little ass play gonna hurt anyone? And then how long did you guys date after this?
We were together for about a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this lasted a year. $1,000 for a year. That's a good time.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with it afterwards? Do you still own it, or does
Get
she
rid of
take
it.
it?
Yeah, you take it
When
to
you guys break up.
You
I mean,
take
get
it to
rid of it.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just drop it off at Goodwill and say, "Hey,
eBay.
slightly used."
eBay.
I think we need to do
Yeah,
that.
you just get a new attachment set and you're good.
Let's buy a bunch of weird.
That is true.
A weird.
just wash
let's
it.
buy a bunch of weird sex toys and try to drop them off at Goodwill and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm down.
If you do it, film it.
Yeah,
Film
oh, yeah,
it,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
obviously.
the whole point. We'll definitely do that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fun time. How old were you?
35.
No. Now?
Now I'm 37.
Okay. So that happened when you were 35?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. It's just a couple years ago.
Did you
Yeah.
ever try the sex swing?
The swings are garbage.
Yeah,
I've
they're
never been
garbage.
into swings, man. Like that's.
Okay. Did you not find?
Are we
the
gonna
right
do? Are we
medium?
gonna do this? Like, if
Yeah, we're
gonna
doing this.
We're doing this.
We're doing this. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We're going.
And you can find
going.
a swing. You can find a swing at any playground anyway, and there's also kids around, which is good for you.
Yes. I mean, look, if you know the swings, obviously you've used them. So those are trash, right?
Swings aren't that great. I mean, it loses its fun after one time, maybe two.
Yeah, and then you've already drilled a hole into a fucking load-bearing beam in your house to hang that motherfucker.
Yeah.
What's something weird that is unexpected that you enjoyed? Where you were like, oh, fuck, I didn't think that would be fun.
Potato gun.
Yeah, like a blind doll or something like that with like the eyes cut out or anything?
No.
Fire away. You gotta say it. Dude. You gotta say it now. We've started.
I know. That's why I'm like, fuck.
We've already gone down the hole.
We're
so
deep down in it.
Yeah.
Like,
put the fucking helmet on.
we're deeper than 8
We're
right
those
now.
kids in
we're
that,
deeper
in that
than
Thai
8
cave.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different interesting things out there to get.
What was one that you were like, oh, fuck, this is unexpected? Like a
This
rubber
is
glove or anything? Like a
unexpected.
fist?
Have you ever seen the 5-fingered rubber glove? And each finger is a different.
No. Bob, can you pull that up?
Is it like
It's like a 1/4-inch thick latex glove.
like
There's
the Nintendo Power Glove?
Yeah, that's it. When you
it's
said
the
it, that's
Nintendo
exactly what
Power
I...
glove for the pussy.
So there is one of those?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And how much was that? How much did that
They're
cost
like
you?
$15 maybe. Right
Really?
there.
I found
Yeah.
this one on Etsy.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
$27.60.
No shit.
It's a good buy.
Yeah, it's a bargain.
My
It's a
hairdresser
good buy
used
for a
Look at
fun time.
that, dude. And does that vibrate now?
No,
or how does
no,
that
no,
work?
no.
Okay.
No, you just
That's
lube
just for
your hand up
fingers.
and put it on.
If Michael J. Fox is wearing it, it vibrates.
I could have used this earlier in that sketch we were doing.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
You'll see it on fake news this week.
Give a good slap with that thing.
This is what you see grip the banister in the start of your nightmare.
So do you start with the pinky of this? Because that's
Yeah,
obviously
what's-
the most
go to-
tapered and easiest to like.
You're a 5-tool guy. What's your go-to on this right now?
The middle 3.
The middle 3. Let's see that one, Bob. So is
Oh.
that the ring finger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ring, middle, and index.
So you got the ribbed, the swirl, and
Sure.
then the regular dick.
Sure.
I mean, I would imagine the thumb is more for the butthole because that's what I use my thumb for.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
For your
and,
butthole.
and doggy,
What's
Oh,
this?
got it.
Well,
it's
I
like
think
Jesus
wrong
made it that
area.
way specifically.
the pinky is butt plug shaped.
Right, that's to get
that's true,
started.
yeah.
That's just to get it open because like once you stretch down a little bit, you want to go with that thumb with all those ribs.
This is John
hitting
Daly's
both.
new golf club.
Oh
golf
man,
club.
if he shows up at the
Yeah.
Colonial with
We
this
should get him
on,
one of these.
Just hand it off.
bring it to him
We
next
got
month.
you this gift.
I think he would appreciate
This
it.
I
needs
do
to
too.
come with a pamphlet.
He'll wear it at 2 Hooters every day when he goes there. I'm pretty
Fuck
sure he
yeah.
only eats at Hooters.
Look, if you're going to eat wings, once you want to eat in one of those gloves, they get
Yeah.
messy. Wings get messy.
Yeah,
That
just
looks
That's a
like
good
you-
way to keep your hand clean.
Just
That's
don't
what
touch
I'm
your
saying.
eyes after.
Exactly. So you've gone with the gloves. You've gone with a Sibian. The swing was trash.
Yeah.
Where else did you go after that?
I mean, I've dabbled in a whole bunch of different stuff.
Dudes?
No.
Okay.
Not dudes.
You ever watched a dude fuck your girlfriend?
No. Not into that either.
Okay, so you're not into
Has a
cucking?
dude ever
No
watched you
cucking.
fuck his girlfriend?
Yes. No.
Whoa. Whoa.
No.
Do you have that buzzer back there? There it is, dude. That is incorrect. A guy has definitely
No.
watched you fuck.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, then.
Yeah. There it is.
Then.
Let's get
But
the
that was
applause,
a different.
please.
I mean, like we're getting back to like I was 21 years old living down in Los Angeles, and we were into some really wild stuff.
That's fine. Nobody's going to judge you for that.
In a really wild industry, and
Were you in porn?
no, I was not.
What was your industry that was wild in LA?
I mean, porn. I was around porn a lot when I lived in LA. I had a 2-foot tall mohawk. It was a
I
wild.
go, hey
ass
man,
time.
were you around porn in LA? No, I was
No,
not.
you asked me if I was in it.
Oh, okay.
You asked me if I was in it.
I meant a crew member. Like, obviously, you don't
was
look like you
around
have
it.
the length or girth for something
That's
like that.
okay.
He was a key grip.
Where you look like you were a key grip on something, yeah. Or like maybe a boom guy.
Something.
Were you?
Something.
Yeah. You got real jittery when I said that. Did you go by another name on the call sheet?
No.
Thad Jellington?
No.
No? If you did, he did. Like, everybody's done it.
I would tell you.
I've worked with a ton of them.
What is that?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, don't put that on
Don't put that
screen.
on screen. That's violence.
What?
Have you ever used a dildo like that?
This is just a large chess piece.
It's a rook.
That's what it
Or a
looks
bishop,
like.
excuse me.
A bishop in chess.
Oh, good God.
I've seen girls try to take things like this on the internet.
Oh yeah, we've all watched those. So what would you do on the set of porn? Just crew shit?
Stump
I
cock.
was around it. I knew a lot of girls that were in it. I dated a bunch of girls that were in the industry. All that kind of stuff.
Were you their drug dealer?
No.
Okay.
I was sober at the time. I got sober when I was 19 years old.
No
So I had
shit.
been sober for 2 years when I was around that.
How
industry.
hard were you going that you get sober at 19 years old?
I was going hard. So the best way to say, I started smoking cigarettes when I was 10 or 7. I started drinking and doing drugs when I was 10. By the time I
Why?
was
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
I honestly, I don't have a legitimate, like, the only thing that I can really correlate to, like, when I did a deep dive was when my grandfather died.
Okay.
And that's the only real correlation that I can find in it. So anyways, by the time I was 14, I was awarded the state of California. By the time I was 15, I was pretty much stripped from my parents and sent around the country to different rehab facilities. Came back from that, and by the time I was 19, I was homeless, living in my car that I had totaled drunk driving and shitting blood every single day of my life.
Because of the booze and drugs?
Because of drinking and
At 19 years old?
cocaine, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
One would think it would be hard to be in the porn world just because there is so much drugs and drinking that's associated with it.
I mean, you'd think that there is, but a lot of the people who I was around, there actually wasn't. I mean, at least that I saw. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, there was in parties and
Yeah.
normal life stuff, I guess, for that industry. But for the most part, like, there wasn't a whole lot of drinking or going out and partying unless there was like an actual party to go do it for, like a normal person.
Do you miss it all?
No.
Okay.
No, that was just, I mean, when I lived in LA, dude, it was, like I said, I was 2 years sober and life was beyond wild. I had a 2-foot tall mohawk and ran around Hollywood and I did a lot of stuff with musicians and bands and did a bunch of stuff around all different kinds of walks of life and aspects of different industries.
So what got you into hunting then? Because LA certainly isn't the place for
So
it.
LA was a brief break from hunting. So when I was maybe 16, I had a suicide attempt and was committed on a 72-hour hold.
Can I ask you a bizarre question?
Ask me.
How'd you do it?
Oh, man, I
what was the
swallowed
attempt?
pills, dude.
Yeah, it was, okay.
I mean, that wasn't the only time that, like, I was serious about it. Like, I've held guns to my head and not pulled the trigger, and in my mouth and not pulled the trigger, blah, blah, blah. Increased the list of different, ways that you can do it and then not following through with it. That attempt, I swallowed, like, I don't know, 300 or 400 pills.
Holy shit, what kind?
All different kinds.
Is there anything you can get in your system at that point?
Any like, what's so ridiculous about it was, like, at that age, the amount of pain that I was going through emotionally, mentally, whatever, I felt like it was so much and there was never going to be an end to it, you know what I mean? And I didn't have the understanding that, like, life goes on, you get better, things get better, and you keep living. You know what I mean? And I had no one to tell me that, So that was my only exit. And then after I ended up taking a bunch of pills, I was like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever done in my life. And felt instantly better. And then I was like, oh shit, I got a stomach full of pills. I got to go to the hospital.
Oh, so you knew nobody found you?
Nobody found me.
I was always curious.
No.
Yeah,
I
when
threw
you
in
take
the
like
towel.
400 pills,
I threw in the towel before anything had serious effects. To me.
No shit.
Yeah.
How'd you get rid of all those fucking pills inside? You?
God, I don't know, swallowing a ton of charcoal and stomach stuff and all kinds of whatever they were doing to me at the hospital while I was there.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, anyways, they put me on a 72-hour hold. Mm-hmm. And when you get put on a 72-hour hold for 5150, you lose firearm privileges, essentially, would be the best way to put it.
Yeah. Well, you lose everything, right?
For roughly 7 years. Is how long it goes on a.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that.
On a 5150, and there was no, like, reinstating or anything like that. Like, it just time passed, and then I got back into hunting. So I was on a hiatus from hunting, and that being the catalyst to why I was on a hiatus from hunting.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's a wild fucking story, man.
Yeah. Well, so what's even more wild is, like, after I had been sober and moved down to LA and moved back and, like, did that whole thing, when I got back, I was like, so in that time period, I'd fallen 19 feet out of a forklift, broke my knee, my back, I was 19. I had fallen 35 feet out of a forklift, broke my knee, my back, burst my liver, and smashed my face. And so I didn't have a job for about 5 years. And moving back to Northern California from Los Angeles, and then trying to find a job and getting back into the workforce, what I really wanted to do, and because of my injuries, no one really wanted to mess with me because of pre-existing conditions as far as law enforcement or anything like that. I wanted to get into 911 dispatch, so I put myself through Dispatch Academy. I really wanted to be the legitimate first responder to the person that is calling in whatever's happening. However, my drug history and everything that I had done in my prior life.
See, I'm going to start a company that teaches people how to lie on applications.
Yeah.
Well, this one you can't really lie about because I'm assuming they
If
probably
it's
went
in the-
back into your records.
No, so
If it's in the
I don't
same
have an
state.
arrest record really. Like I don't have any felonies. I never got caught, right? So
No
that's the
shit.
difference between me and a felon is
Okay.
I never got caught.
Okay.
Which is fortunate, and very helpful because I got to a point in my life where I turned my life around. I got sober. I was doing a lot better. I was being a better person in my everyday life and trying to build my community and instead of take from it. And that was for me. So it was like full spectrum from like this terrible adolescent to someone who actually wants to be helpful and in the community, answering 911 calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking wild, dude. Jesus Christ. And then after 7 years is over, you get your gun privileges back.
Yep.
And then where do you go and what was your first hunt like?
Well, so that's actually a good question. So what ended up happening was I decided I wanted to leave Los Angeles. I went and talked to my uncle who had a lot of experience with Los Angeles and how it is. And he gave me his words of wisdom, and part of the reason why he moved to Montana. And he was like, you need to get back to your roots. You need to get back into hunting. And so I moved back to Northern California, and it was still hunting season. And it was also the first year I was able to be hunting again. And I just disappeared into the woods I think it was for 25 or 35 days, and was just hunting and, living out there and eating all my food and just trying to get reconnected with nature, reconnected with myself, find level ground, and dove right back into it. And I've been at it as hard as I possibly can ever since.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Especially with that life, like if you are able to hunt and eat your own food, start your own fires and all that other shit, you don't really have any expenses. Do you take a phone with you or anything like that?
When I go hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I go hunting, I've got backpack food because you're never guaranteed to kill an animal, right?
But don't you want that on yourself where you're like, hey, dude, if I take away this, then I'm forced to kill something tonight?
Yeah, if you want to live like that, but
You
you could just be an
should.
experienced hunter and be able to go out there and kill shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes things don't cooperate. Wind and wind and heat, especially when you're hunting deer, can be real cunts.
Yeah.
Both of those things.
Well, and also, what you run it, where I was hunting in California, you're looking at 3% success ratio.
Yeah, here in Texas, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Because there's access everywhere. And
There's everything everywhere.
Yeah.
You can hunt pretty much anywhere and really get after it.
Well, especially hogs and access here. Like there's no season for either, and they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, that's a fucking wild story, man.
Yeah.
Your bio wasn't lying. You're a fucking interesting dude, man.
It's there's other stuff about the Flip Flop company too. There's something that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So he sells deer legs. You can buy a deer leg on his website, but they come from this reserve in Hawaii.
Well, it's not a reserve,
Well,
so
yeah,
it's the actual island of Maui.
Yeah,
so
they own it though.
There's a very, very good man, and his name is Jake, and I can never pronounce his last name correctly, so I'm not going to try.
Moana.
So Jake started a company called Maui Nui Venison, and if I understand this correctly, he is legitimately the only USDA-approved legitimate wild game. It's not pen-raised, it's not farm-raised or anything like that. So what was happening out there was the axis deer that got brought over were causing so much damage and erosion and, like almost completely wiping out different species of plants because they were either trampling plants or they were eating all the plants. No roots were growing back, so then that was causing mudslides and erosion because there's nothing to hold the earth. Now, all the erosion, all the sediment washing down the hillsides into the streams and, rivers, creeks, bays, estuaries, and everything like that. Well, then it was causing problems inside the aquatic ecosystem and killing coral because there's all this sediment that shouldn't be there. So Jake was fortunate enough to put together a business that is eradicating the species, and instead of the government paying for people to come in and just wipe out the animals, Jake and his team at Maui Nui, they are going out there, they're ethically killing these animals, and then they're bringing the animals to their processor. They can't drag the meat. They can't drag the animals. They can't mess up the hide or anything like that. And then they're able to sell the meat to anyone inside the United States. And it's effectively conserving, preserving, and saving the islands of Hawaii.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
then
neat.
you can get that shipped to your house.
And also
Yeah.
providing like outstanding fucking meat too.
Yeah.
Like it's some of the best.
Well,
venison in the
axis
world.
deer, what they're finding out is that axis deer is some of the most health beneficial, high protein, everything low fat.
I'm a huge fan.
Throw that up on the screen there. This is. I want to break this. So that's one of the deer legs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a Maui Nui Venison axis deer hind quarter. And what you're looking at is 15 pounds of axis deer. And what I do is I'll take that entire leg, see how the sauce is marinated on the top.
Yeah, and that's a rosemary bush right there that he's using for the brush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
And I'll mop that sauce on there, throw that face down on the charcoal grill. That'll sear. Mop sauce on the side that's facing up. Excuse me. I think these are making me burp. Mop the sauce on the top
You need
side.
a Sibian?
Salt, maybe. Only if I'm on the controls and you're in the saddle.
For sure. Let's give it a go.
So you mop the sauce on the top, and in about a minute time, you flip it over. So you're searing the other side. Now that whole top side is cooked. And what you're doing is you're just taking, I use a 14-inch brisket slicer knife. And
Yeah, it's a
you're
really
just-
nice one too. I bought one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get a Wusthof?
Yeah,
Okay.
those things are fucking nice.
And I don't work with Wusthof or anything. I've used them for the 12 years that I've been cooking deer legs. Those knives are virtually indestructible. I've used other brands. Brands have sent me their knives because they want me to use them. And I'll go through one knife in 6 months. Like, you can't cut with it anymore. The knife is malfunctioning and broken.
And it's not exactly easy to re-sharpen a serrated edge.
Well,
right?
so those aren't serrated.
It doesn't have some kind of edge on it?
It has a really nice edge on
Yeah.
it, but it's not serrated. But like what'll happen with those other blades is literally it will like ding into the blade and to sharpen out the dings that are happening from either hitting bone or the side of the grill when you're slicing through. They're so deep that like to sharpen that out, you'd lose a quarter inch of your blade.
I've only used it on, well,
Brisket?
yeah, brisket, which is nice.
You're about to use it on a leg though.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm going to watch you do it.
Yeah, on Thursday.
Yeah,
You ready for
Thursday
that?
we're going to a little shindig. Actually, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. You'll have to tell me after the show.
Yeah.
what it's all about. But
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend this. You can buy the leg. You can actually watch the videos on Instagram and YouTube about how it's done. It's not rocket surgery, man. You got herbs and spices in your shakers. You've got your mop or
Yeah.
the sauce from him and your brush.
Well, and every bottle of sauce can be doubled. So you take one full bottle of sauce. For a 15-pound leg, you'll take 2 bottles of sauce, dump it into a salad bowl like that, and then you'll double it with wine. So you use about a full bottle of wine. And
Red or
that'll-
white?
Red.
Okay.
Cab or Zin.
Okay.
Is my go-to. And that just is depending on my mood and what I feel like tasting when I'm eating it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean it's like if you've got a decent barbecue.
A Weber charcoal
Yeah.
barbecue, 100%
Like
of the time.
anything, as long as it's big enough to fit I guess you can hang the other side of the leg out, and basically he just grabs it by the fucking
Shank.
the ankle, and fucking flips it back and forth, cuts it, slices it off, hands it to people.
Reapply the sauce because it's all raw meat again
Yeah.
because you sliced all the cooked meat off.
Yeah.
Reapply the sauce, salt and pepper it, and keep going.
Yeah.
It looks amazing, man.
It's so fucking good.
Looks amazing. This was a fun show, dude. Super unexpected. I like these weird fucking shows that come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
we
that
do
was-
so many, you never know, what's going to happen. Definitely didn't expect to get into all this today.
Yeah.
And you got raped by a bear.
Yeah, I want to see Bob's notes for this show. It's like it's getting raped by a bear.
Yep.
Part of it, I think.
I actually,
Sibian. George Bush got assassinated.
I stopped taking notes as soon as I found that chess piece, and I've just been buying stuff for my wife for the last 45 years.
Did you say George Bush got assassinated?
Well, there was an
on a
attempt.
Sibian?
Remember?
On a Sibian?
I haven't read the redacted. I'm assuming that's what
That
was
might
redacted.
be what was redacted.
Yeah, it was just the word Sibian over and over and over again. Yeah.
Is there a porn version of Aladdin where he's riding a Sibian around instead of a carpet?
Do you trust me?
That would be good. Like, do you trust me? And he's getting a girl onto the Sibian.
No, he says, "Will you fuck me?"
That's too much. You took it too far today. Okay. This
Dial it
is a
back.
clean show. This is a
trying.
clean show. We're
Yeah.
live on YouTube right now.
Try not to use
Yeah,
profanity.
here comes the sober guy.
Yeah,
taking it too
dude.
far.
Jesus Christ. Way to go, Sobe. No, now's the point in the show we get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helped you become the person you are today. Who would you like to give the Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man, if I actually get to do that?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh man, I'm 100%, and I already talked about the guy, and it's Bert Soren from Soren X Gym Equipment. Bert is hands down one of the best humans that I've ever met in my life, and I can't thank him enough for everything that he's done for me, how he's helped me, and been an amazing mentor with helping me with my business and all different aspects of my life. He is 100% a great human.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And I have one to give out of my own here today. It's the Nooners. They sent in, looks like some baby clothes for the new baby, some Rolling Stones. Come on, dude. Look at that. Little onesies. I'm a huge Stones fan. And these are pricey. Dude, thanks. I appreciate it. Craigers, Ruben, all those guys got together. Bill Schofield, everybody. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the well wishes and everything else. Jesse will be back, I don't know, in a couple weeks probably. But mom and baby are doing well, and I appreciate all the gifts and everything else. And this I'll just give to you. We did this on the show yesterday, and the guy hit me up, and he goes, dude, I'm glad you like the gift.
Did he say it in that creepy, raspy voice?
It was through Instagram, I'm guessing. That's probably what his voice sounded like.
The
But
kind of person that would buy that book at all, much less for somebody else, is the kind of person that wears a trench coat in public with nothing else on.
I'm going to show you the back of this
Yeah.
here. And yeah. Apparently, what he said was somebody did a full hour podcast and broke down, like, page by page what's in here. Because it's super fucked up in a beautiful way. Like, because it's just.
I brushed
you know
through it
what I'm saying?
earlier when I saw it on your
Yeah,
desk.
dude, it's really fucking funny. If I can find his name, I'll tell you real quick. In the meantime, tell everybody where they can find you on social media and all that stuff.
Yeah, you can find me on social media. It's at the Flip Flop Guy, and then you can find my website, which we already said, which is www.theflipflopguy.co.
Awesome.
.co.
The guy's name who sent that in is Stephen Hine. And he said, Nick Mullen. Do you know Nick Mullen? Giorgio? He did a whole podcast about Tom of Finland. And he said, I remember how much you love male nudity. I love it. That's my favorite thing. Nothing makes me laugh harder than male nudity in this world. And if you throw a Sibian on top of it, congratulations. Do you ever talk to Homegirl? You ever reach back out?
We haven't talked in a little bit, but not for anything other than,
All right.
yeah, just going our own
You
way.
Do you ever wonder what she's doing out in the world today?
Yeah, she's probably working in R&D somewhere. I want to, Giorgio, can we get a Tesla with a Sibian for a seat instead of the actual seat?
Great, dude.
I mean, you don't have to pay attention when you're driving anymore. It drives itself. You
No, it
just-
drives itself. And that's the beauty
I
of
never
it.
want to get out of the car. Just
Yeah.
sit in traffic all day long.
Yeah.
Man.
I would want to let's buy an old car at an auction and put a Sibian on the fucking hood for the hood ornament, and then just a big floppy dildo.
That'd be
So
great,
it's
dude.
vibrating and shaking.
It's
all the time.
Pride Month is coming, Giorgio. When is it? When does that start? Next month? Yeah, Pride Month is next month, right?
I mean, that's the Drinkin' Bros mobile right there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I bet you guys could even get a dude to sit on the Sibian on the hood of the car while you drive it down the street.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Lopez would do it.
Probably.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Was he a Marine or Navy?
I don't know actually. He did something.
Do you know what Lopez was? Army.
Army?
He was
Army?
Yeah, he's got a mullet. So if that tells you anything.
Yeah, it tells you everything.
Yeah. Oh, and for anybody out there, especially for Marines, remember that every single order comes with a free crayon in the box.
Is that true?
Yes,
That's really funny.
that's
Is
100% true.
Is that for Marines or what is it?
That is for Marines.
That's awesome.
Makes sense.
That's really fucking funny. And then, so you got the barbecue sauce for sale, and then how much is the meat?
So a leg is, I think they're $4.99.
yeah.
And it's like a 15.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Like if you're gonna have a fucking party at your house,
Yeah, that'll
birthday
feed the whole party,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 15 pounds of meat.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at feeding. I mean, that night, whether there's maybe 15 of us or 20 of us.
Yeah,
but those
that
were
was only
small
a
legs.
10-pound,
Yeah,
maybe-
those are small
yeah.
legs.
Shit.
Yeah.
But you can. I get by feeding roughly like 30 to 40 people with a leg.
Okay.
You know, but like fight night, 4th of July.
Yeah.
You name it.
Hell yeah.
Like
I
if you
gotta-
got a dope fucking patio set up with a TV and shit, this
Yeah.
is the perfect
Yes,
accoutrement for that.
100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. We just kind of sat around outside and watched him cook because it was kind of an experience. But it's not very difficult to do. Like
Okay.
anybody can just watch the video and figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
if
Alright.
you use the right products.
Yeah,
and stuff.
just remember when you watch me do it, I have 12 years of experience of doing it. I make it look a little easier than it is. But like the best part about it is every single time you flip that piece of meat over, you get a whole new time to try.
Yeah, you do.
Right? So you get about 30 flips and flops with every leg. So you have 30 chances to not fuck it up.
Some people will need all 30 in our audience. I can guarantee you
Yeah.
that. We appreciate you being here today.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Fun show. Check out the Flip Flop Guy. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.